Hello everyone, here's Coinplay. In this video, you will see the analysis of the three most interesting games of this week. Juventus versus Lazio, Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Borussia Dortmund, Monaco versus Marseille. We start right now. Lazio comes to the Allianz Stadium to play Juventus on November 13th. After Allegri abandoned the 4-3-3 scheme, his team's performance improved noticeably, as evidenced by the victory over Inter. The coach is constantly looking for new combinations and schemes. Let's assume that Juve will play according to the scheme 3-5-2 with Rabiot, Cuadrado and Alexandro in the starting lineup. Sarri is a notorious dogmatist who rarely gives up his system of play. Lazio are expected to play in a 4-3-3 formation. We will definitely see Felipe Anderson and Zakania in attack and a pair of Romagnoli Casale in defense. Dusan Vlahovic not so stable this season, but still, he leads the team and is the main reliability of the old Signora. The Eagles lost their main attacking force in the form of Immobile. In his absence, Sergei Milinkovic-Savic is doing a great job as the team leader. Lazio has not beaten Juventus since 2019. In the last 5 matches, 3 Turin wins and 2 draws. Not to say that both teams have been overachieving this season, but Lazio clearly frustrates the fans a lot less. The Romans are in 5th place in Serie A, but they are only 3 points away from 2nd place. Allegri, on the other hand, has been on the verge of being fired all season, although recently things have started to improve in the league. 4 consecutive dry victories. Asim Bazou notes that in recent games, Juventus has been saturating the center. This helps the team better control the ball, reducing gaps between the lines. This style is very suitable for Lazio, who are used to attacking vertically. In a game like this, much will depend on Juve's ability to press for the entire 90 minutes and keep Lazio's players from raising their hands and making accurate crosses. Given the busy calendar, this looks unlikely. Total under 3. Lazio will not lose. Both teams to score? No. Both teams are far from perfect defensively, so Sophie Lopez expects both teams to score. Lazio are likely to control the ball. Juventus Allegri will adjust to the opponent and play second number. The first half can be quite close and full of fight, but it all depends on when the first goal happens, as always. Both teams to score, scores in each half, second more than first. Ball possession, win for Lazio. Here are the most interesting lines for this match. Borussia Mönchengladbach and Borussia Dortmund will meet in the Bundesliga on November 11th. The teams not only have the same names, but also the same game scheme, 4-2-3-1. We expect to see Mönchengladbach in the starting lineup, Plea, Kone, Scali. Terzic's team will not change the scheme and will come out with a defensive combination. Schlotterbeck, Hummels, as well as Brandt will appear on the field. The leader of Borussia Mönchengladbach this season is undoubtedly Marcus Thuram. This season, the Frenchman has opened up in the forward position and is currently one of the top scorers in the Bundesliga. Dortmund is famous for its work with youth, so it's not surprising that Bellingham has already become the leader of the Bumblebees, having played every match in the championship without substitution. This confrontation has heated up lately. Not so long ago, Gladbach couldn't win for 12 games, and in the last 4 games they have 2 wins. Daniel Farke's team can hardly be satisfied with their results. The middle of the table and a serious gap from the Champions League zone. Terzic's team, on the other hand, looks good and seems to be starting to find its game. Football analyst Varuhan Jivanian expects an open game. Both teams are ready for it. Both teams love it. Nevertheless, Dortmund is seen as the favorite. According to advanced statistics, they are both much better attacking and defending. We expect the game to open up from the start, so a Dortmund goal in the first half is quite likely. Total over 3. Dortmund win. Dortmund goal in the first half. Vladislav Williams also doesn't think that the game will be closed. Mönchengladbach cannot do that. Dortmund is unlikely to want. Most likely, Dortmund will immediately start to press with intense pressure. Thuram is in terrific form. He has 6 goals in the last 6 matches, and he will be able to upset the amazingly reliable Bumblebee defense this season. Thuram's goal, both teams to score, Dortmund total over 1.5. Louis II Stadium will host a match between two contenders for the Champions League zone, Monaco and Marseille, on November 13th. Monaco approached the match in good shape, 3 wins and 1 draw in the last 5 matches. Marseille, on the other hand, is a bit stagnant, but in terms of game is still one of the leaders in the championship. Clement Monaco often experiments with schemes depending on the opponent, but in this game we tend to expect the football classic, 4-4-2. Marseille tries not to deviate from the scheme 3-4-2-1 with the trio Mbemba, Ballardi, Gigot in defense. The true leader of Monegasque has long been Wissam Ben Yedder. The Frenchman's goal-scoring ability is terribly underestimated. In the last 5 years, he is the 13th best scorer in the world in terms of goals per game. The leader of Marseille this season can be called Klaus, acquired from Lens. The Frenchman is a great creator of moments. He's the 3rd best assist in the league, right after Messi and Neymar. This is one of the most competitive rivalries in France. The last time the same team won 2 games in a row was back in 2017. The last game was won by Monegasque. Both teams look good in the standings. Both have 27 points and they still have a chance to fight for 2nd place in the championship. Monaco adapts quite well to its opponents and pretty well switches off their best qualities. Samuel Kyoko expects real football chess and a lot of fighting, which can lead to penalties or red cards and a very low performance. Total under 3. Monaco will not lose. Will be a penalty or suspension. According to Isaac Tal, both teams will agree that Marseille will have more possession of the ball. Monaco will try to contain them, including with fouls. Both teams are far from perfect defensively, so expect both Monaco and Marseille to be able to score. Both teams to score, yes. Total of yellow cards over 4. Ball possession, win for Marseille. On the screen, you can see the most interesting odds for this confrontation. Thank you for watching our digest. Write in the comments what matches you would like to see in the next videos, and also text your predictions in the comment section. We will be very interested to read them.